lottery, Abraham Shakespeare simply vanished.
He was a creature of habit. He did the same thing every day. So for all of a sudden for him to disappear, it was very mysterious to a lot of people.
Abraham's mother, Elizabeth, was frightened.
He would either call me or he'll soon come back. But after so long, I just said it was something wasn't right.
It was like he just ceased to live.
In November 2009, the multimillionaire became an official missing person. Investigators soon learned that not only was Abraham missing, so was his money.
Abraham Shakespeare is broke. A little less than 3 years ago, he had $12.7 million, and it appears that he's broke.
Then, 3 months after Abraham Shakespeare vanished, police got an anonymous tip. The informant led them to a home in Plant City, Florida, 11 miles from Lakeland. An extensive search revealed no sign of Abraham until earth-moving equipment was brought in. They started digging, lifting a newly laid concrete slab. Underneath, they found Abraham's body.
We do have something just below the surface here.
He had been shot twice in the chest, his secrets buried with him.
I would love to hear what he have to tell me, because I'm sure he would have a lot to tell me.
Santeria got the news from her mother.
She's like, he dead. Like, they buried him. He was killed and buried.
Police named Dee Dee Moore, Abraham's friend, as a person of interest in the case. She had taken over most of Shakespeare's assets, including his property.
The investigation leads us to believe that she pulled a con game on Shakespeare, convinced him to move his assets into a joint account, plus she agreed to buy the house and other assets from him, for which we can't find any records of purchase.
Eventually, Moore admitted to covering up Shakespeare's disappearance, using the phony text as a cover, but denied killing him.
Their investigation found that she had possession of his cell phone and was sending text messages and making phone calls.
In March 2010, Moore was arrested and charged with first-degree murder for Abraham's death.
To me, it looked like it just brought destruction to him. That was a lot of money for a poor man like him to win from just a number. Because he was poor, uneducated.
Mega millionaire Abraham Shakespeare was laid to rest at just 42 years old. But he did leave behind a legacy, 2-year-old son Jeremiah. He's the only piece of Abraham Santeria has left.
A lot of days I feel like sitting down crying and giving up. And then I look at our baby and I be like, well, you know what? You deserve better.
In this case, winning the lottery didn't bring happiness. It took away a partner and a son.
I love him and I miss him. And I always wanted the best for him in life.
I'm Rick Wallace, and I won the Dream of a Lifetime home in Ontario, Canada.
Freelance photographer Rick Wallace is a quirky guy.
There's a cute one there. Look at him.
He's obsessed with squirrels.
Hey, you want this one? Here, take this one. I live in lovely Lambeth, Ontario, which is the south part of London, Ontario, Canada, and we take pride in our black squirrels.
Squirrels, Rick says, are lucky.
1 in 10,000 squirrels are black, and when something is 1 in 10,000, people say that is rare, and when something is rare, they associate that with luck.
Both of us tend to see squirrels as a sign of luck, the whole planning for the future and squirreling away money.
The couple needed all the luck they could get. They were living paycheck to paycheck in a rundown neighborhood.
Financially, my hours have been cut back at work. So we weren't doing all that well. His business wasn't where it should be. We needed a new roof on the house. We needed a new car.
When we lived here, we had prostitution, we had drugs, we had biker gangs. My own car parked in the driveway one night. Someone had smashed the back window. This here is a typical graffiti, empty storefronts. This is an area you would walk maybe in the daytime. You would not come out here at nighttime.
We'd have to guard our house and our property.
Rick and Sheila needed an escape plan, so they set their sights on Ontario's 10th annual Dream Home Giveaway. They hoped to win big and move up to a better life. The grand prize, a $700,000 dream home.
We didn't have a lot of extra money lying around, but we really felt we had to buy a ticket.
With a single $75 ticket, Rick put his power of visualization to work and called on the power of the lucky squirrel for help.
I do believe in the power of visualization. I'm a photographer, and if I picture it, it's like processing it. Once I have it, I burn it into my mind, and then it's just a matter of picking it up.
Even before the drawing, Rick was convinced the house was his.
I was actually telling people, even 2 months before, that I'm going to win the dream home.
They had a little guest book you could write in when you toured the home. I wrote in it, "Great house, we can't wait to move in."
So when the day of reckoning came, there was no doubt in Rick's mind.
The day we won, he dropped me off at work, said, "Be prepared, I'll be calling you." I said, "Sure, okay."
I was at home when the person from the lottery called. They said, "Are you sitting down?" And they said, "Yes, you won." So then I called my wife up.
And he said, "What did I tell you? We were going to win." I was in shock. And I just quietly whispered, "The house?"
The dream home win was literally a dream come true.
This is the look of someone who's become richer. How about $775,000 richer?
Rick and Sheila won a fully furnished 3,000 square foot dream home, a Mazda Miata, and $25,000 in cash. Prize is worth some $775,000. And in Canada, it's all tax-free. And his lucky squirrel pin was right by his side.
We attributed it to our lucky squirrel pins.
The whole day is kind of a blur. It was surreal to just walk into this and knowing that all this was ours.
This house was really cool that all you needed was your toothbrush and maybe some clean underwear, and you had a whole new life. I remember the first night that we spent in the house, we woke up and we were both giggling in the morning.
But the win gave Rick and Sheila something even more important than a new house. It gave them peace of mind. They were finally free from the dangers of their old neighborhood.
Winning the Dream Lifetime Lottery, it not only changed our lives, it actually maybe saved our lives.
But the high life didn't last. They had to put their dream house up for sale.
The taxes are quite high. The expenses are quite high. Everything is quite a bit higher than what we were used to.
Would the lucky squirrel save them again?
With Rick's obsession with squirrels, sometimes we do feel a little